Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing 3 layouts for my storytelling series. I don't say a size because we're mixing it up in this one. So hopefully I've already posted a haul video for the start of 2024, which was kind of just all the things that I've purchased since Black Friday. In that haul, I purchased a new 9x12 album from Ali Edwards that I sort of said I wanted to put into the mix as an alternate size to tell stories in. I was inspired recently by Ali Edwards and her flip through of her kind of like ongoing one that sort of got completed in 2023. And I just thought it was another fun size that she couples large photos and then pocket pages on a larger scale. So I'm still doing my 6x8. We're just adding in a 9x12 as well. So, with everything from November and December, I swear, it gets lost amongst December dailies. So I had these ready to go, but just kind of lost track of doing it once December started. And then you do December daily, and then your whole room is December daily. So these are, not to say older stories, but they're from the fall. So I'm telling a story about trick-or-treating and Halloween with Valentina this year. But this version is going to go in my All About Me album. Because I remember last year too, I did make a perpetual Halloween album so that I can document all of her Halloween costumes. And this photo is in there already with the story, but just as like an annual storytelling moment. For this version, I printed it again because I just love the photo so much. This one's going to go in my All About Me and just about my thoughts on trick-or-treating. So I pulled out this journaling card that says saying yes to and saying no to. And just I know what I'm going to write. I'm going to write about how, well, I'll do it in the voiceover portion, okay? Then this one was on my desk ready to go. I had printed this photo only, so I just kind of figured out the rest of it. And I wanted to use this great color cast design piece that says Fall Shenanigans, and I just hadn't put it together yet. So we're putting it together now. Once again, this was my rookie mistake and printed the photo a little off size because it needs a white band now on the top or the bottom. And I feel like I'm going to do it on the top so that it sits like this in my album. And then pair it with I'm trying to decide on either a 4x6 or like these two 3x4s, which I kind of like too. Don't ask me what story kit they're from right now. I'm also in the process of kind of deconstructing story kits that I have from like 2021, I want to say, or they're 2020, where, there's bits and pieces left over that I'm just trying to take all the 3x4 cards and all the 4x6. So now some of my stash from Ali Edwards is a mix, but that's okay because now I can thumb through it anyway, find cards that I kind of like that don't really go with anything and can kind of work for either one. So we'll decide this one, and obviously this one's about going to see some football games with Miguel. So we'll do this one, and then this is the 9x12. So I decided to do this one on 9x12 because it started off because I printed the picture way too big. Because this is an older photo from when I used to live at my other house. So this was my townhouse, and I had the whole pathway up full of flowers. And don't get me wrong, I think I printed it with the intention of cutting it down because you can see like it would fit. Like I would just lose some of the bricks and everything else. But when I was looking at it now, I was like, you know what? This is a perfect time to start doing the 9x12. However, this is 8.5 by 11 paper. So it's not quite the 12. So I just pulled out a simple pattern paper that just has a scallop. So we're going to make this paper 9x12 and then put it on it. So this one will be like the start of this. And I pulled out this journaling card, which once again, don't know which collection it's from, but it's cute. And I think I'm going to definitely cut it down so that it fits evenly across the bottom on this brick pattern. And then this learning chipboard piece, or is it, no, it's not wood chipboard, it's wood veneer. And kind of place it like that. And so clearly I'm going to talk about like my development of my green thumb and where it's gone so far. So they're pretty self-explanatory, but I still figure you're always here for inspiration to see how I can keep up with my stories, how I journal, and the nice rhythm that even though it's simple, this is how I'm able to tell more stories throughout the year. I will actually film after this, hopefully, a kind of compilation video of everything I completed in 2024. so that you can see all that I did complete and go from there, because I hope to just stay on the same kind of momentum, which is a good momentum. And yeah, so I'll do that after I make these layouts and take photographs. I will film kind of a and maybe I'll do it face to face. I'll set up my camera and do a face to face video of everything I completed with some overview on the flip throughs and such. But if you've been a member of my, member here, subscriber on my channel, you have seen all of these projects for the most part. Very little I do off camera these days. I've just kind of gotten into a nice rhythm of I film on my phone, throwing my phone on its tripod, and no matter what I'm working on, just film what I'm doing, because I can edit it down to be a quick video, or at least I have the footage for something else in case it turns out good. So with that being said, enough being talky, let's get started. Okay, let's get started making this 12 by 12 cardstock into 9 by 12. I decided to have the orientation be horizontal with the little scalloped edge in gray on gray, and it worked out perfectly. It kind of just looks like I made it to be a matted, or bordered type of layout, which is kind of perfect, especially for my first layout. Just trying to do the 9 by 12. This can just be the opening story, even though it's not like a title page in any way. But at least it's a single page, and that way I can continue on. The only thing I'm wondering is that either A, I'm always going to have 8.5 by 11 photos, so that this is always kind of the look I get, because that photo paper is readily available, or what would be the size photo paper to get to print on 9 by 12. I know there's probably no 9 by 12. It'll be like, I'm thinking 11 by 14 is the next paper size up. And I asked because I can do it. I have the large Epson 1500 that goes up to a 13 by 19, I believe. But I know I don't want to have photos like that. But I think maybe the way to go is always an 8.5 by 11. And that way I'll just, use up some of my scrapbook paper anyway to give everything a fun, playful border, which I'm not mad at either. And so for that story, even though you're not watching me do it, like I would mention, is all about like how no one really is born with just a green thumb. No one just automatically knows how to take care of plants. If you want to start collecting and taking care of plants, you just have to start and you learn. Because I learned what I kill really easily, and I learned what is a little bit more tolerant of neglect, which are good lessons learned. And that was my gardening story and how it's better over at our new house. So for this page, we are moving on to Fall Shenanigans. It's from Color Cast Designs. And you saw me kind of audition out 2 3x4 cards for that spot above, or just this 4x6 card that says These Memories. And I do end up going with this one because the other cards brought in more like primary rainbow colors, which is also fantastic. But since we're at the dolphin game, a lot of it is the aqua and orange, so I wanted to keep that card as simple as possible. And my journaling is about just 3 kind of facts about going to the games, on how Miguel has just been a diehard fan since he was a young boy, and how he's had season tickets for as long as I've known him, and he always goes, he still goes, and how I used to love to go, and now it is just something that I get so exhausted from doing. It's so funny. But on this particular day, we did run into our cousin while on halftime show, so that's always fun to run into family when you're doing these fun events. And that was my journaling, and I love having the story too, because like I said, I don't go to all of them all the time, so when I go, it's like one a season now, because I don't have the stamina for it anymore. Man, but when we were in our 20s, it was the thing to do. It was all day. We got there in the morning, if you ever recall, and we just, you start drinking and partying, and you do all the things. And so, yeah. And so you saw me do the documenting one with my daughter and the Halloween costumes. And so what I'm showing you here is how I go ahead with the journaling for a text box in my Apple program on Pages. So you see me measure the area I have to write in, and then I create a text box and I can type in my journaling. I do this for each of the journaling cards because the journaling sections are a little bit different, and that way I can print it on that MACO clear matte sticker paper. So here I am again with the ruler, measuring across, knowing that it might be for that one like 1 inch by 1.5 inches, and that way I make 3 boxes, and then I'll have spots to put in those 3 areas all of my journaling. Using the sticker paper has definitely been a game changer, because other than that, I would never have been able to type and do that, because I have lost too many physical journaling cards when trying to fish it through the printer stuck on paper, you know, to get like a test print and then know where it's going to print. I have ruined so much stuff with my printers. Now, granted, I haven't used it with these printers yet, but I think I just am afraid. So clear sticker paper is the way to go with the text box that I've measured, and it's great every single time. So then when I'm done journaling, I kind of save it. You can see all this journaling spots. I save it to have at least 2, 3, maybe even 4, I think 4 or 5 layouts are on there, so there's more journaling for layouts coming out, in order to get a full page used. That way I'm never wasting my sticker paper, which is sometimes why you see my photographs with or without the journaling in it, because I'm simply just waiting to fill up a document in order to make it worthwhile to print. I don't like wasting anything, so this is how I am able to get as much text as possible. Like I said, that amount of text on one 8x10 or 8.5x11 sticker paper is probably about 2 or 3 or 4. Definitely got these 3, and I think it's 2 more, so it might be 5 layouts worth of journaling that have multiple areas to hold the journaling. So 2 of the cards on this set had 3 spots to write, where you can see, and then the gardening one too, and then the other one had 2 long ones. So these are the rest for other layouts coming after this video. And so that's just how I do it. I hope that helps you in case you're interested in still doing the clear sticker paper to get your journaling in a typed up look on these journaling cards, especially if there's a pattern behind it. It definitely has it show through. Okay, that will wrap up these 3 layouts. So I just walked you through putting all the journaling down. So that one's done for 9x12. All shenanigans. Love that piece. And then the story I wanted to keep into my Me, Myself, and I. So cute. So cute. Okay. So please subscribe if you are new to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, everyone, bye.